It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
And it's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude, until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
So this is Rena. This is where everything began. Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate. Ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something. So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Rena's Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength. It's that it's sentient, too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
we might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever. It won't be easy, but it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
there will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Looks like we've warped into that pit of astral energy.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their Red Woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I knew there was something off here!
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
Gotta hold it together. Do or die.
Spirits within the soil.
I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this. Deus Roar! I'm surrounding you!
Rise and burn in hell! It's on!
Thunder Field!
Finish it!
Alpin! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Got
Well done!
They smite.
Glacial Sphere! Pierce Evil!
Destruction!
Freeze Lightning! Not in your dreams!
Rending you apart.
Annihilation! That came from! Burning Thunder Field!
I'm ready!
Alpin! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
Water! Heal my cold! Spread! Glacial Sphere!
No dawn shall break this night.
Alphen.
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danan slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Hey, these guys built Lenegis, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Rena. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In tragedy's aftermath, hope is all we have.
Just look at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. Oh, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danan, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot. There must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Water, hear my call! Glacial
Can you
Spear!
take it?
Come one, come all!
Freeze Lancer! Thunder
Elusive,
Field!
your reflexes will not serve you well
Arc
here.
Field! Searing Flame! Reload!
on the ground.
Radiant
Double
Flow
Demon
here!
Fang!
Shining
Leave the
Supernova!
ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Reload! I'm all stuffed up!
Here I come!
Demon Lash. Eagle
Thunder
Ray.
Field! By the
Tunnel
Shining Supernova!
Water.
Thunder Field! Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Lunar
Here I
Corruption!
come! Penumbra!
Thunder Field! Aqua!
Dazzle!
Let's refrain from losing.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquil. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Xion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's hope, there's a way.
What'd he say?
He said, without a doubt.
Is this a dead end?
It appears this whole room functions as an elevator. That apparatus there is likely what's used to control it.
What the? Where did they come from?
Less worry, more action. Concentrate. Insects should stay on the ground.
Thunder Field!
Stay calm.
Shining Supernova!
We got flyers!
I'm on top!
Let a marksman handle it.
Thunder Field!
All yours!
ready!
Kisara! Frozen!
Hammer!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Not so smug now!
Your astral arts are truly incredible.
Every little bit helps.
Indeed it does.
Thunder Field!
I'll keep pushing to be better as well.
Shining Supernova! Thunder Field! Fierce Evil! Freeze Lancer! Thunder Field! Not so smug now!
More
Fight better. Keep calm and take them down.
Everlasting touch.
Lightning Wyvern!
Thunder Field!
You're on!
Shining Supernova!
Water, hear my call.
Explosive ring!
Rending you apart.
Glacial
Thunder
Spear.
Field!
Evil.
Shining
Reinforcements.
Supernova! Thunder Field!
Finish it!
Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around!
Certainly not.
Mega Ray!
A scream.
Rising Wyvern!
Magic is there!
Rising
Flame roar! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! More incoming!
Spirits within the soil.
Rising Falcon!
The close one! Right back at
Demon Fang!
Radiant
Double
Fang!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang!
Shining Supernova!
Demon Fang!
Shining Dohalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Will this help?
More?
Elusive deity!
I'm on a roll!
I can't imagine what we do without you, Renwell.
Who, me? That's a little much, don't you think?
I'm serious. You're a lifesaver.
Supernova!
Rotating pile!
Searing Flame!
More
Thunder Field!
Negative gate!
Shining Supernova! Thunder Field!
I'm ready!
Lightning!
Try this!
Awaken and
Rending Blast!
Masterful dash!
Shining Supernova! Thunder Field! Do it! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
Resonate with these
Thunder Field! Annihilation! Shining Supernova! Annihilation! Mega Ray!
On your knees. Rising Wire!
Shining Supernova!
Rising
Thunder
Falcon!
Field!
We turn the tables more.
Shining Supernova! Sweet dreams!
Negative J! I'm ready!
Neon! Astral Energy! Full throttle! A flawless victory! Thunder Field! Naturally! Here I go! And a Shining Supernova! Thunder Field!
I'm ready!
Neon! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
Shine! Radiant light!
Thunder Field!
Rising Wire!
Shining
Coyote
Annihilation!
Rising Wire! Now I can let loose.
Shining Supernova! Into the shadows!
Sword Rain
Do it!
Alpha! Air pressure! Raining Slash! I still got a ways to go.
Even in such a harsh environment as this, there are still creatures here?
You think they're native to Rena? Or could they be Zoogles somehow?
Whatever they are, they're dangerous. Watch yourselves around them. You think that pit stretches all the way to Rena's core?
That's true. And if we go down, we should find the Great Spirit at the bottom.
We could get there even faster if we simply jump down instead.
You sound alarmingly serious when you say that.
I've got a really bad feeling about this.
I'll take you all
Bring
on!
you down. Let the marksman
Rising
Thunder
Wire!
Field!
Air pressure!
Lunar corruption! These things really get on my nerves. Power of water!
Ignite!
Do it! Go, Helene!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! You don't mess around.
Sword Rain Alpha!
Certainly not.
Eternal
Thunder
Devastation!
Field! Flame of Fury! Shining Supernova!
You're mine! This one's mine! We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Shining Supernova! Do it! Neon! Astral Energy! Full throttle!
So I still had room to grow. Stay calm. I shall provide assistance.
Here
Can't
goes!
get out of this!
Shining
Supernova!
Shining Supernova!
Be
These ones can run
Finish it!
rings around us! Astral Energy!
Say no more! Guys,
Well done!
They smite with
Sword Rain Alpha!
Shining
This
Supernova!
one's all
Leave the
mine!
ensnaring to me.
Here I come!
Yeah, and the puzzle is
Do it!
me.
Shining Supernova! Alpin! Astral Energy!
Say no more!
You sure showed them!
All in a day's work.
I have a bad
In a
feeling
bind?
about this.
Radiant Pierce! Thunder
Double
Field!
Demon Fang!
Shining Supernova!
I shall ensure you survive this.
You head! That's not even fair!
Tempest!
Not today!
Mega Ray! Thunder Field!
Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
Demon Fang!
Thunder
fluidity
Field!
of your
Do it!
movement.
Simply
Neon!
incredible.
Astral Energy! Full throttle!
A flawless victory.
Hear my weary companion.
Naturally!
Cure! Dragon Swarm!
In silence.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Let me
Here I
show you
come.
what my heart can do! Supernova!
Three Light Spear!
Regenerate!
Thunder Field!
Burn in hell!
Ow! Resurrection!
Allow me to help
Thunder
you.
Field! Luna Flame Magic is there! Burning
It's
Thunder
not
Field! I'll take it from here. Let's see how you handle this! Deus Roar! Radiant Pierce!
In a bind?
Do it!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I know fine weapon material when I see it. I found some equipment.
Let me take a look at it.